My name is Brittany Hovey, and I am part of the MCAA 530 Ethics in Sport class, and my quality of character presentation is on enthusiastic. I am a gymnastics coach, so most of my presentation will be based on the sport of gymnastics. I coach 2-year-olds through 12-year-olds. So enthusiastic and enthusiasm. Throughout this presentation, these two words will be used interchangeably. Enthusiastic is an adjective, and enthusiasm is a noun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun. Enthusiastic, what does it mean to me? To me, being enthusiastic means having a great sense of happiness, enjoyment, and interest in what you're doing. I would hope if you are a coach, you show great enthusiasm while coaching. Whether it is during a practice or a game, show your athletes you are just as invested in the sport and as passionate in the goals and achievements as they are. What is enthusiasm? Like I said before, enthusiasm is a noun. It means strong excitement of feeling, something inspiring zeal or fervor, belief in special revelations of the Holy Spirit, and religious fanaticism. What does it mean to be enthusiastic? Enthusiastic, like before, is an adjective, having or showing intense and eager enjoyment, interest, or approval. It also means to be possessed by a god, or someone who exhibits intense piety. From the book Teaching Character Through Sport by Bruce Brown, he quotes, "Reinforcement involves communication between the coach and player that promotes learning. The best form of reinforcement is positive. One of the most effective forms of positive reinforcement is with your voice, praise, and approval. Being positive allows your athletes to take your efforts to correct them as a compliment and takes the fear out of failing for most athletes." This is on page 22. So I would think that enthusiasm is projected through both your voice and body language. Two examples of how enthusiastic is displayed in coaching is, I have two pictures below. One is of a probably 3-year-old gymnast and her coach. She is so excited that she's walking across the balance beam and the coach is clapping and has the biggest smile on her face. The other is about somebody who's probably 18 to 20 maybe, and her coach is giving her a fist bump after she just got off, I'm assuming, the balance beam. When I think of a coach showing enthusiasm, I think of one who is happy, positive, and engaging with their athletes. From Season of Life by Jeffrey Marks. With both volume and energy turned up high, Biff told his team, "I wouldn't want to coach anybody in the world. Anybody other than you guys. I couldn't be prouder of a group of boys than I am of you. Look at me, boys. I love you, and I'm really proud of you. Really proud." This is on page 82. I think that these quotes from him are showing that he is just so enthusiastic with his team and shows how much he truly loves the sport and working with his teammates and athletes. There's a movie called Friday Night Lights. Most of us know it. There is a scene called Being Perfect by Coach Gaines, and in my slideshow, there's a video clip of it. To sum it up, I said, he uses such enthusiasm when speaking to his athletes on what he wants out of the game. He quotes, "It's about you and your relationship to yourself and your family and your friends. Being perfect is about being able to look your friends in the eye and know that you didn't let them down." To me, that is being enthusiastic and having enthusiasm. Enthusiasm in coaching and the role as a leader in athletics. Enthusiasm is an important quality to have in coaching, especially in gymnastics. If you are a, quote, boring and unenergetic coach, the athletes will most likely have a dull and lackluster time. They will be less likely to want to try new skills and perform at a higher energy and skill level. I know that a requirement to be a coach at the gym I am at was that you, quote, must be enthusiastic. I know if I was not enthusiastic, the athletes I work with would be bored and probably would not listen to me, especially my 2 through 6-year-olds. Enthusiasm in coaching and the role as a leader in athletics continued is, the role as a leader in athletics needs enthusiasm because it adds a sense of enjoyment and interest in the sport you are coaching. The definition for enthusiasm is enjoyment and interest. Therefore, it is essential for coaching to have enthusiasm and be enthusiastic. Being enthusiastic doesn't mean you have to be goofy and wild. It means you are showing your athletes that the sport is interesting and important to you, as it should be for them as well. Vince Lombardi quotes, "If you aren't fired with enthusiasm, you will be fired with enthusiasm." This definitely goes along with my job. If I was not an enthusiastic gymnastics coach, I, one, would be extremely bored, and my athletes would not want me to be their coach. Especially the younger ones, you have to be enthusiastic. Otherwise, they will probably walk all over you and won't listen to you at all. My next slide is of the UCLA Gymnastics Senior Team Manager, Corey Tomlinson. It's a picture of him with his arms raised up really high and his mouth is so wide. He's just showing pure enthusiasm for his team. Corey Tomlinson is the senior team manager and he's graduating this year in 2019. A quote from Katie Myers from Daily Bruin senior staff is, "Tomlinson is known for his energy and enthusiasm on the team." The picture to the left shows Corey Tomlinson on the right, high-fiving senior Sydney Sawa left during the UCLA gymnastics meet. There's also a link to that article about him. Coach John Wooden says, "Leaders must always generate enthusiasm if they wish to bring out the best in themselves and others." I definitely think Corey Tomlinson does this 100%. If he didn't, he probably wouldn't be a very good team manager. In conclusion, I think enthusiasm is a characteristic that is contagious in sports by both coaches and athletes. If you want to be enthusiastic and enjoy what you're doing day in and day out, why wouldn't you be enthusiastic about it? If you aren't having fun or enjoying what you're doing, why are you doing it? Why would your athletes want to be there if their coach isn't happy to be there? The answer is they wouldn't want to be there. And they would most likely leave and find a coach who loves what they do. Thank you for your time.